place is the real story. Tonight, the place to be is Melo's new home, the Garden.
New York, he is one of the most dynamic scorers in the NBA. Anthony is a special player, a special offensive talent. What impresses you most about him?
His ability to handle the ball is 6'8". He really has no weakness. He can go left, he can go right, he can post you, he can come on the perimeter. So he can get anywhere essentially he wants to on the floor by creating off the dribble. And then he's a lethal shooter. And then that's his favorite move right there, where he faces up to you and then goes up. If you come up, then he goes around you. So he's the consummate player, a lethal weapon, and they're going to unleash him tonight.
And he is 5th in the NBA in scoring. You look at the rebounding, that's going to be very important as well for a smaller Knick team that need help in rebounding. Certainly has been a very long, drawn-out process. You wonder about his energy, but it sounds like he'll have a lot of energy playing here at the Garden.
I'm excited, man. I'm sitting here. I'm in one of the best places in the world, New York City. I'm about to go upstairs and play in my first basketball game as a New York Knick in one of the best arenas in the world. So I'm excited about that.
Sounds like a kid in a candy store.
Develops with all that's happened over the past 24 games, all the emotion flying across the country. Now you play in front of a raucous crowd. I know it's still basketball, but it's not the easiest situation.
Right, but it's an adrenaline-filled arena right now. Bedlam in the Madison Square Garden.
With a high-scoring offense.
Phillips was averaging 5 assists. But Felton had such a nice rapport going with Stoudemire. See if Phillips can develop that. He knows how Anthony likes to play, but he has to get accustomed to the other 4 Knicks. So there's a task ahead for Phillips, and he mentioned in the press conference that he had the more difficult task, more difficult than Anthony, because he has to learn the nuances of all the players on the team.
Well, this crowd is fired up. We've got Stoudemire. Stoudemire from outside. Anthony the rebound. Delfino thought he got pushed. And there's the first bucket in his Knick career.
And now a delay of game against the Knicks because Melo threw the ball awry trying to get it to the officials. So the next one would be a penalty against the Knicks.
Bogut way off the mark. Here's Anthony. Cross the lane. Strip. And alone. Got whacked on the arm, and now with a chance for a three-point play.
And now the Bucks want to talk it over as these Knicks are on the rampage. Anthony previous with the steal. This time wheeling and dealing off the glass.
Delfino's been injured a lot of the year. Poked away by Anthony. Walker lobs it ahead. This should be an easy 2. And Carmelo Anthony's defense leading to that bucket.
Melo has displayed good hands tonight. Has a couple of steals. Creating this one, and he's the beneficiary with the good stuff.
You look at Carmelo Anthony at stages in his career, and Amari Stoudemire, they both just passed the midway point, second quarter of Carmelo Anthony's Knick debut. Anthony struggling a bit from the field, 3 of 10. The Knicks with an 8-point advantage. Our Kia Card player profile had that 1 year at Syracuse, but what a year it was. In fact, the last time Syracuse lost was in the Big East semifinals against UConn. Then they go on to the NCAA tournament, won the whole thing. And he was the most outstanding player. And then drafted by Denver after LeBron James and Darko Milicic. Won a bronze in 04, won a gold.
He embraced the pressure of New York. Knows that it can catapult him to one of the greatest.
Anthony gets inside. Nice move. You know, it's interesting. When he played for the United... Salmon's right up on Anthony. Anthony, nice feed to Turioff.
And that's what he has to do to lead the...
Stoudemire, nice feed. That's what you just talked about. First Anthony with a pretty pass, now Stoudemire with the same. Anthony just 5 of 14 from the field, but 13 points, 5 rebounds, couple of steals. And an easy bucket off a pretty pass from
Mike, it seemed like you really wanted those 2 shots in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, I did, man. I'm just trying to get comfortable within this, within the offense, within this team. It's new to everybody. We're just trying to play hard, trying to get the win, trying to work the kinks out.
How would you describe what you were feeling inside when this game got going?
It was a lot going on. It was energetic in here. It was exciting. You know, that was a great way to work with someone back home. And this, this is the start of something new. And I'm excited about this, and I can't wait to continue doing what I'm doing.
Thanks, Carmelo.
All right.
Mike, back to you.
All right, Al. In his first game, you can see he's fired up. He's probably going to sleep well tonight. So halftime here at Madison Square Garden.
This guy has had it going.
Melo releasing underneath.
Nice pass. Carmelo Anthony the finish. Phillips with his 5th assist.
Was up this tempo. Watch Melo ahead of the field. Billups, an excellent pass to find him underneath.
By the way, that was the 3rd. Anthony on the drive. Good defense from McGetty. That might be the toughest shot of the night, and that's the one he puts in.
That was his most difficult shot. Gyrating, hanging in the air, and then switching it through.
Anthony has 18 points, but he's just 7 of 18 from the field. They won last night, and none of the Knicks who came over in the trade played. Anthony puts it up, puts it in, 3-pointer for Carmelo Anthony, and that puts the Knicks back up by 9.
Super made 2 superb moves now. Previously inside of the arc, and this time right there, draining, painting them from down.
Melo, 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 Melo. I'm just a mellow fellow. I'm real calm, cool, and collected. So when I walk in,
The jersey's already out. Those are not Al Harrington or Channing Frye jerseys. Some of the recent Knicks who wore number 7. The Carmelo Anthony jerseys selling quite briskly, Clyde. Time for Delfino. Bodies right up on Anthony. Anthony the drive and finish. No help down the other end, and Anthony slams.
Feature him down the stretch.
Well, Stoudemire has fouled out. And
Look at the baseline, wide open. He takes it with the sweet stuff.
the Knicks, meanwhile, and Stoudemire very fortunate. Here's the play again. But down the other end, Clyde, after Stoudemire was called for the foul, he threw his glasses and they didn't see it. That would have absolutely been a technical foul. Anthony calling for it. Drives in, puts up the shot, puts it in. Big bucket from Carmelo Anthony. Timeout, Milwaukee.
But it's been the Tony Douglas show tonight. So Tony coming up with a big rebound, giving him that opportunity.
25 for Anthony, but Douglas, the offensive board, gave Anthony that opportunity.
Let's take a look at the ubiquity of Douglas astounding the Bucks tonight. So he's been switching, had his number at one time, 23 points. And then Melo finally finding the range down the stretch after Stoudemire is fouled out.
Stoudemire fouling out for the second.
And you see this crowd is still here, no one heading for the exits. They're going to savor this victory tonight.
And there you see the most points in the Knicks debut.
Dick Barnett in the house tonight. He was one of the legends that were on it.
And here a chant of Melo from the Garden crowd.
Very vociferous Melo.
He received such an ovation when he came out on the floor for warm-ups. And then in the starting lineups.
And again, this crowd has not left, folks. They're enjoying this one. Remember, Melo's still a very popular player because he played collegiately at Syracuse and also leading them to the title as a freshman.
11 fourth-quarter points for Carmelo Anthony. And the Knicks with some clutch free throws to hold the Milwaukee Bucks at bay. And a nice ovation. Carmelo Anthony wins in his Knick debut. 27 points and 10 rebounds. He had 11 in the fourth quarter.
Mike, thank you. Carmelo, it's only been just over 24 hours since the trade became official, and you have already debuted, got a huge introduction at Madison Square Garden, and won your first game as a member of the Knicks. What does all of this mean to you?
It's a great moment for me. I'm never going to forget this moment. This is my first game of many here in the Garden. The fans was great tonight. I was a little excited to get this game going. As you can hear, man, we're going to have a lot of great times here in this arena.
What are you thinking of these Melo chants?
I love them. I love them, man. I'm home.
At halftime, you told Al Troutwig you were just trying to get used to the system. This team was just put together this afternoon, but you finished with 27 points, 10 rebounds. Your teammate that came with you, Chauncey Billups, also a key game. Did it feel like a team?
Well, you know, we're basketball players. We're professional basketball players, and we get paid to do this, regardless of what's the situation. We came in. Some of us came in this morning. Some of us came in at night. We gel to the best of our abilities tonight. We got a long season, but it started tonight with this one.
Carmelo, thank you. We'll be talking to you a lot.
Thank you. Appreciate it, y'all.
I would say that's a very nice, warm welcome from the fans, Todd. And it ends in a victory as the Knicks defeat the Milwaukee Bucks 114